The election results in Michigan are challenged once again as two Republicans on the election board for Wayne County demanded that they take back their votes to certify the election results for Detroit. So now the pair had originally agreed to a last-minute compromise on Tuesday after seeking an audit for the vote count in the Detroit area, where they said the results were out of balance. Okay. Now, there were some irregularities. There normally are in every single election, except that in Detroit, they're using these irregularities to try to say that, well, there must be massive voter fraud. And so we cannot certify the results of the election. Whereas, for example, in Livonia, Michigan, which is primarily white suburbs, they had more irregularities of the same kind, but they had no problem certifying Livonia. So it kind of shows you where they're at. All right. So now, again, they complained later on that the only reason that they certified was because they had been threatened. And get this, threatened by Grosse Pointe Antifa. I'm going to get to who those people are. A very, very, very dangerous group. All right. So Monica Palmer, I talked about her on another show, said, quote, "I rescind my prior vote." The board's chairwoman in an affidavit, "I fully believe the Wayne County vote should not be certified." Now, that other GOP member is William Hartman. He signed a similar affidavit, according to the Washington Post. Now, I talked about Hartman before, as I said, and I showed you some of his social media feeds where he's an anti-masker. He's a QAnon conspiracy theorist. He's in the past posted racist things about Barack Obama. And Palmer, I didn't show you anything about her, but she's actually been photographed wearing Trump t-shirts. And so they're big Trump supporters. Now, they believe in the massive voter fraud conspiracy, at least, of course, when it comes to Detroit. When it came to, again, Livonia, which is 90% white, they were fine to sign off on them, but not for Detroit, which happens to be majority black. And going for Joe Biden, of course. Wonder why. Wonder why they wouldn't certify. Now, part of it, we have learned that Palmer actually had received a personal phone call this week from none other than President Donald J. Trump. What a coincidence. Weird. Now, Palmer told the Washington Post that, well, Donald Trump had called, but, he only expressed concern about my and Hartman's safety. Oh, okay. Quote, "There were general comments about different states, but we really didn't discuss the details of the certification." Right. Sure. Look, I don't know what was said. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't listen to the phone call. We don't have any witnesses. He could have said anything, or he could have been saying exactly what she was saying. I don't know. All I know is that it's kind of sus. A little bit. And so, especially since there was a phone call at some point this week, I don't know the timing of it. And look at that. They took back their certification after Tuesday. That's weird timing. Real strange. As for why, again, Palmer and Hartman complained in their affidavits they believed that they had a firm commitment to an audit when actually they didn't. Palmer said she felt misled because Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson did not view their resolution asking for an audit as binding. And well, there's a reason for that, because it wasn't binding. The board's Democratic Vice Chairman, Jonathan Kinloch, said the board hadn't formally asked for an audit, and he said the two GOP members were aware that the resolution was not binding when they agreed to it. So now, who do you believe? The people who are giant Trump supporters, believe in QAnon and these conspiracy theories, and won't sign off on Detroit on certifying the election results, an election which is actually one of the most secure elections in American history, that there is no evidence of voter fraud that they can bring to the court, and they've had plenty of chances, or this Democrat, Mr. Kinloch. I know who I believe. Just saying. Kinloch said the certified results, by the way, had already been sent to the Secretary of State. And so even though they rescind their votes, it's too late. It's already been certified. It's already in the hands of the Secretary of State, of Ms. Benson. So, sorry. Did they not know that? Did they not? Are they too stupid to understand that, once this goes out, do they not know the process? If they don't know the process, why are they on the board? Why is their job is incredibly important to certify election results. And if you're too dumb to know your job, then why are you on the job? Why? That's a good question. I'm not saying Trump supporters are stupid, but that one sure, those two sure are. I know. Of course, they're saying that. No. You don't understand. We were pressured into it. We were pressured. Right. Sure. Now, Kinloch actually did accuse them of bowing to pressure, not from social media, not from the left, but from Republicans, the White House and the RNC. Ronna McDaniel, for example, complained that Palmer and Hartman had been, quote, subjected to mob rule. Oh, mob rule. Right. Okay. Kinloch said, quote, do they understand how they're making us look as a body? We have such an amazing and important role in the democratic process, and they're turning it on its head. Well, look, Republicans have proven over and over again that they don't really care about the democratic process, at least unless they win. When they win, they're like, we're silent majority. Just suck it up, snowflakes. We won fair and square. MAGA baby, fuck yeah. But when they lose, they cry and cry and cry. Voter fraud, oh my God, where's the voter fraud? But there's not voter fraud. Where's the evidence of your voter fraud? Bring us tangible proof that can be proven, and then we will take this seriously, because guess what? We actually do care about democracy. We do care about levels of fraud, and we've done numerous studies on it. And you know who else has done a study on it? Done an investigation into it? The Trump administration. And what did they find? Nothing. Nada. No, that voter fraud commission found no evidence of widespread voter fraud. But they're going to cry anyway. Now, at one point, by the way, these two complained about being targeted by something called the Grosse Pointe Antifa. Grosse Pointe Antifa. Here's journalist Kayla Rubel. Quote, I can confirm from text shown to me that Wayne County Republican canvasser says she received threats post-meeting. She says they come from both sides, the right and the left, specifically Antifa from Grosse Pointe. Yes, Michiganders, you read that last part correctly. So now look, those of you who are not from Michigan, you're probably like, what? Grosse Pointe Antifa, what? Well, let me spell it out, all right? So Grosse Pointe is a suburb of Detroit, and is actually literally the wealthiest part of Michigan. So this is where, the wealthy people go to retire. And they're infamous for literally building a wall to keep black people from Detroit from coming into that part of the suburb. They even put a farmer's market in the middle of the road in order to block people from Detroit. That's Grosse Pointe. You think Grosse Pointe is what? Is the home of Antifa? Are you fucking kidding me? Again, Grosse Pointe Park, Grosse Pointe Shores, it's a literal retirement community for rich conservatives. The average income of somebody living in Grosse Pointe Farms is around $130,000 a year. Hey man, look, if people there are woke enough to be part of Antifa, oh yeah, great. Don't forget Bloomfield Hills Antifa, yes. Hey, look, if they're woke enough, good on them, I guess. But for me, the whole thing just sounds like a giant load of bullshit. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.